needs to be done.
From California,
Fiorina shipped jobs to China. And while Californians lost their jobs,
to Ohio,
Congressman Rob Portman knows how to grow the economy. In China, he voted for billions in tax breaks for companies that export jobs.
to Pennsylvania.
Barletta even favors tax breaks for companies that ship jobs overseas. Paul Kanjorski is on the side of working families.
Democrats are pounding Republican opponents with a jobs message they hope will resonate: outsourcing. On the air,
Create jobs here that can't be outsourced.
and on the campaign trail.
The Central America Free Trade Agreement, when Mike Fitzpatrick was a deciding vote, literally 1 year later, those jobs relocated to Nicaragua and El Salvador because of Mike Fitzpatrick and George Bush.
Democratic pollster Mark Mellman says his research shows Democrats who are getting hammered for joblessness and a bad economy may have a shot with voters if they accuse Republicans of backing policies that outsource jobs.
This is one of the most potent issues Democrats have to work with, for sure. People are even more angry about jobs going overseas than they are about the absence of jobs as they look around their communities. So we're trying to focus that anger.
That's why Democratic leaders are using their remaining days before the election to push 11th hour legislation.
We're creating jobs by making it in America, not transferring jobs overseas.
A series of bills in the House, even one this week requiring American flags to be made in America.
We want to make it in America.
And in the Senate, Democrats tried and failed to bring up legislation to end some tax breaks for companies expanding overseas and give new tax incentives to businesses bringing jobs home.
When a corporation tries to take away someone's job in Nevada and send it halfway around the world, we have to stop them.
And now, in the last 3 days of the session, they've decided they can at least pretend to be concerned. This is nothing short of patronizing.
Republicans scoff at what they call the latest in a series of desperate last-minute political votes.
So this is about as pure a political exercise as you can get. And in my view, it's an insult to the millions of Americans who want us to focus on jobs.
But Mellman and other Democratic strategists are telling their candidates this.
It's a bright line. It's not going to be enough to change the whole political climate, but is it going to be enough to win some seat somewhere? I think the answer is yes.
Now, Democratic sources admit this outsourcing legislation they're pushing has no chance of becoming law anytime soon, but they want to use their last hours here in Washington to hold votes to use against Republicans. Now, Republican sources insist they're not worried about voters holding them responsible or punishing them on this issue because they say Democrats are the ones who have been in charge for nearly 2 years while unemployment has continued to rise. Dana Bash, CNN, Capitol Hill.